So I have to share something with you. My vocal polyp is gone. Gone. Just gone. So for those of you who don't know my story, I don't know how many of you do. So I have had, hi, I'm Kat, holistic voice coach. I have had a vocal polyp. Well, at least I've known about it for over 12 years now. That I've known about it. I started experiencing issues with my voice about 16 years ago, 15, 16 years ago. I remember specifically being in acting class and running scenes with my scene partner and starting to experience something I had never experienced before, just like losing my voice and feeling this this tension and just something change in my voice that I had never experienced. That's around the time I was pursuing, after that, then I started pursuing an opera career, and it just felt like this uphill battle. A lot of vocal fatigue, a really hard getting clarity in my sound, especially for higher notes, especially trying to sing on an ah. It was, for those of you who don't know, it was really hard for me to get my chords to close. So my teacher recommended that I go see an ear, nose, and throat doctor. I went to this great doctor at Kaiser, and she was the first person who found this polyp in my cords. And it's so dumb because I teach singers that you can still sing with a polyp, and you know that it can so not be that big of a deal. Sometimes polyps, and especially nodules, can be a really, really, really big deal, but there are plenty of singers who still sing with polyps on their cords. But there is this weird thing of shame associated with it, or just the sadness of, I'll never get this vocal clarity with it, and there are just some things, sometimes I feel like I fatigue faster, and it's really been such like a hero's journey with my vocal cords. And I had already made peace. I had completely made peace that I'll have a long career, I'll still have this little polyp. It wasn't necessarily big enough to recommend surgery, but then there was another doctor who did recommend surgery, and I was seriously considering it the past few years. And I decided to just wait and try some alternative treatments and just continue with my healthy technique and continue with a healthier vocal habits and just being healthier in general and no longer being bulimic, which I was in my 20s. Not that this polyp necessarily came from the bulimia, although polyps sometimes can. But it's gone. I don't even know the point of this message. There is none, because there is no right or wrong. If you're a singer and you're battling with polyps or nodules, everybody's got to make their own decision. Get a second opinion or a third opinion if you need, if you don't feel like the doctor you're working with is giving you the answers that you need. Sometimes surgery works great for people. I would have, if it had continued getting worse, I would have definitely considered surgery. Lasers are an option now. But it's gone. And I'm going to frickin' celebrate today. Anywho, I wanted to share that. Love you all. Happy singing. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your voice. And let go of any shame around your voice. I'm happy and I'm celebrating that it's gone, but I had already made peace with it. I had already made acceptance that it's just something that happened, and I had learned to live with it, even though sometimes it was really frustrating. But it was a big journey to get here. Okay, love you all.